Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is Mike again. Man, it sounds like that microphone's too close. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Again, it's morning time. You know how it is. Uh, I'm on the last one of Mango Hippie, and this one is Robert Miles singing "Children" from 1995, and it's more kind of a DJ dance music, from what I'm gathering. Oh, here's what he says. He says Italian composer Robert Miles gave two inspirations for the writing of Children. One was as a response to seeing photographs of child Bosnian war victims, and the other it was inspired by his career as a DJ and was to create a track to end DJ sets intended to calm rave attendants prior to them driving home as a means to reduce car accidents and deaths. Hmm, interesting. So I hope that worked out. So let's get into it. This one is Robert Miles and Children, and it was intended to calm people down after they got done dancing. Is what I'm getting at it. Sorry, y'all. And the little girls. Okay, yeah, I can see. If you get done with a bunch of electronic music, I didn't follow any of that electronic music. Neither did anybody that I personally hung out with. Maybe somebody that I knew that I didn't know that they were listening to that type of music, but it just wasn't a deal in 1995. Man, it was we were still listening to Alan Jackson and Tracy Lawrence and Mark Chestnut and people like that. Uh, and dancing our own thing. So the difference between electronic music, and those dance clubs compared to the clubs that we would have went to in '95 is that every dance we did, we were holding our significant other or a lady. If you were a man, or the lady was holding a man if you're a lady. So that was the big difference. We didn't keep our distance, man. We were right up right up in there. So it says this track was an absolute monster hit. It hit number one in over 12 countries and stayed at the top of the European charts for 13 consecutive weeks. It's one of the few completely instrumental tracks to achieve that level of mainstream pop success in the 1990s. Yeah, pretty cool, man. And I can see where this would have calmed people down, you know, in a sense. I mean, pretty cool. So it says the music video was shot in black and white, and the video features a young girl looking out of a car window as she travels through the landscapes of France, Switzerland, and Italy. It perfectly captures that dreamlike state the song is famous for. So I think it just depends. So I think electronic music, and y'all don't hold me to this because I'm just guessing here from memory, but I think the electronic music was more of a hit and more of a genre in Europe than it ever was in the States. Maybe in some of the bigger cities in the States like New York or LA, it might have gained a foothold there in some kind of subculture, but I don't recall it being a big genre in 1995, for instance. I could be wrong, but I mean, in 1995, I wasn't going out to the clubs. I had a 14-year-old daughter, and I had responsibilities. I had to go to bed and get up and go to work, and on the weekends, we had softball and we had all kinds of activities for the daughter. So there was no way I was going to go out and burn the midnight oil and then come home and take a shower, go to bed, and get up in 3 hours and go sit out in the heat of Texas to watch my daughter play soccer, or I think you guys in Europe and in Australia call it football, or to play softball. You know, just wasn't going to do it. I was more of a family guy. Or we'd get up early and we'd go to the lake and we'd water ski, and that's the kind of thing we were doing because I was married, and it was a family. It wasn't a go out and socialize at a club. So I'm not sure what the genre, what the what the prevailing music was in middle '90s here in Texas. So anyway, that was pretty bitching. It kind of lets me know what other parts of the world we're doing in that time. So thank you, Mango Hippie. That finishes you out. Thanks everybody else for showing up and spending your time here. Till I see you again, I'll catch you down the road. Bye, y'all.